My rose bubble tips still there, bubbling up. This Christmas Favia has stung this one here. I've seen the tentacles at night. This guy's still doing well. This Australian gold torch has been stung by something. This thing got stung too. This one, my Setosa, got stung by, I think, this one at night. But the Setosa's growing over here again. There's a lot of warfare going on with these guys. The Montipora got stung here by a mushroom. Mushrooms. This is a Hydnophora. It's pretty nasty too. Same with this war coral. It's got to be all by himself. He's encrusting all this rock. This guy's nasty. And look at Priscillipora is growing right next to it. It grows everywhere. Another baby Priscillipora. Another baby Priscillipora right here. Grows everywhere. My bubble tip anemones, they don't travel. They stay in the same vicinity. The only guy who moves is this guy, and it moves like 1 inch to the right or to the left. And this baby Priscillipora is growing right down the middle of it. Look at it. It's amazing. It throws its seeds everywhere. This is a stylo. And it's a piece of a big stylo that I have that I just cut because it's grown so much. This is the same piece of that stylo. It's just so big. And it fell from its place. It sat there and it grew. My buddy gave me this baby flower pot. And it's grown. He gave it to me over a year ago. It's just a little tiny frag. You could barely see anything. And it's incredible. It's growing in this little place. See if I can get a picture of my queen, my gold stripe maroon. It's my favorite fish. This is her husband. Here's the husband. Yeah. Well, that's my refugium as of late. This is another refugium area right underneath the main display. There's a filefish in here. Oh, there he is right there. Whenever I need him, he goes to work on all the Aptasia. He really does work, but I think he eats polyps of whatever he can get his hands on. He's gnarly. So you gotta be careful where you put him. Here's another baby clown. Everything grows in here. I got a coral bandit. Eats all those worms and it doesn't let them get out of control. The main display is off here at night. It's a little refugium hanging with a lot of macroalgae in the back. And a pretty thick sand bed. I haven't touched that in years. It's pretty balanced. My friend gave me all these frags. I bought from him for like $5. It's pretty much he gave them to me. And this orange pavona is beautiful. It doesn't look orange, but it's orange. It's a pretty beautiful orange color. These ACANs are beautiful. And he gave them to me. They were just one little frag, and they're growing on this frag plug. All these little frags, even this cabbage, all this stuff comes from my friend Mike at the fish shop here in Las Vegas, over there on Eastern and St. Rose. Real good people. This Montipora I got from this from a Vietnamese kid, a college student, and he gave me a little piece. He sold to me for $20, a little tiny piece, maybe the size of a thumb. And from that little that little piece, all this stuff is grown. I have to keep breaking it because it outgrows, and as you can see, there's chemical warfare going on. Because this used to be a Bacillopora, and he stung that. This Bacillopora got stung by this, I guess, or maybe even this. I'm pretty sure it was probably this one. And this guy has some long tentacles at night. And this frag, this ACAN died, got stung by something, but this frag of some type of LPS, I can't remember what type of, some type of Montipora, I believe it is, some type of, just correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember the name of this. And there was a little piece and the frag died out, and all of a sudden, I guess it didn't, and now it's starting to take over all this real estate here. It's beautiful, but I can't remember the name. My friend told me, but it came back. And it looked like it had died out, and something stung my. I had a beautiful fluorescent green bird's nest, and it's right here. You can see the skeleton. And in one day, it died. Something stung it, and I'm pretty sure it was this fella right over here. If you can see that green Bacillopora, it's a piece of Bacillopora. It's another baby from that main head, and I think it stung it and it killed it in one day. That whole piece that had been growing, that little baby came from this dad, from this piece right here. And this original piece of Bacillopora was only maybe the size of a dollar bill when Mike at the fish shop, I think he gave that to me because it looked like it was dying, and I just put it in my tank, and it came back, and this thing has taken over the tank. Back here, my girl loves these pulsating zinnia. They're kind of pinkish, and I know these things they can be pretty nasty, and they take over everything. This is from Mike too, this beautiful orange Lepasteria, I think it is. And this thing's about to come up on it now. It's coming up on everything. This pulsating zinnia in the back, it's like a weed. They're, you know, they're beautiful. They have their beauty, but you know, they can be gnarly. I think they sting everything. Well, anyway, that's just an update of my refugium, part of my system. This system's been going now. It's like a science project, sort of. Everything's fed by one pump, and everything's gravity fed. Everything's gravity fed back. Then the pump pumps up to the main display, comes down, and it all comes full circle back to this one through a sock, which I haven't put in. I just did a water change a few hours back, and it all rotates back. It was started out as like a science project. If I can keep 3 different systems, 3 different tanks in one complete system, to see if I could keep it. And it's been going for now 3 years, and so I'm happy. All these corals, the only ones that have died are the ones that are stinging each other, but other than that, everything's flourishing as long as it doesn't get stung. Thing is, it grows so quick, I don't, you know, if you don't keep your eye on it, if you don't keep the husbandry up and the trimming up, they will sting each other and kill each other. It's something that you have to constantly keep up with. See, look at these frags. Even these frags right here, look, they're already ready to touch, and all it takes is one sting and it's lights out for one of them. So you have to keep up on that. Separate them a little bit. Don't let them touch each other, because they just egg him for a fight. So that's their nature. But you see, they're like candy. They're beautiful. And these are from Mike too, over at the fish shop here in Las Vegas. It's called the Fish Shop. Talking to myself, babe. making a video. This piece right here is 3 years old. This was one of my first pieces my girl got Christmas Favia.